Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're back working on the G87 M2 and we're finishing up the front end of this car. Now, a couple videos ago I uploaded the carbon fiber diffuser that completed the rear end. Today we finally have the final piece that's going on the front and it's going to be done. Nothing else is needed. It's going to be completely carboned out, and of course we are working with our good friends over at Autotecknic as well. Now, as you guys can see, the car has seen better days. This is absolutely filthy. Hopefully this kind of comes through on camera, but we had some major storms recently, and I've been driving the car quite a bit. The wheels absolutely filthy, and I did go on a trip recently, so I didn't get a chance to wash this thing, but yeah, it's in need of some real tender love and care. And so today got it jacked up. We're using the quick jacks. We're going to take the wheels off and give these a nice wash. We're going to do the install and then finally wash this thing entirely to give it a real nice finish. I hate this piece so much because it gets so scuffed up because it's a gloss black finish, and so you see absolutely every single little scratch on there. So this carbon fiber one should help quite a bit, and honestly it might be a wise idea to PPF this. So we may get ourselves some PPF strips and just kind of manually put some on this because it's going to need some protection up there on the front. And as always guys, feel free to use code DAILYDOWNSHIFT on Autotecknic's website. That'll save you 10 or 15%, which is a nice little bonus. So let's go ahead and start popping this thing open. This thing has tape galore on it, so this might take me a second and I may have to put the camera down here, I'll be honest. Oh, that's right. We got ourselves a t-shirt finally from Autotecknic. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually take this guy off and put this one on. I forgot they were sending me this. We'll put that on right away. Oh, I like that logo. It's kind of got like the TikTok highlighted background in like a neon pink and green. Let's see what the backside. Ooh, check this out. T-shirt is on. Thank you, Autotecknic, for that. Check that out. Super cool. Big shout out Autotecknic. Okay, that took a lot longer than I'd like to admit. The bubble wrap is super overkill, but we finally kind of have it out here just in this little sleeve. Oh, look at that carbon peeking through. It's always a good time when you get carbon, man. And you know what they say, you can never have too much carbon fiber. And there she is, guys. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful fit and finish as always. Well, I don't know about the fit, but the finish, beautiful as always. Everything on here is carbon fiber. You have these plastic housings right here that are siliconed on, and that's essentially where your parking sensors go. So it's nice to see those in plastic because carbon fiber ones probably would be prone to cracking, I would imagine, if you're really forcing them on. So yeah, this is absolutely sick. Cannot wait to get this on. Wheels came off and it looks like the wheels are nice and clean. Check this out. It might be a bit bright, so I apologize, but these guys are cooking in the sun right now. So basically what we got to do here is remove a couple of these bolts that are kind of holding this liner in place. That's going to essentially let us disconnect a couple bolts up here, which holds the bumper in place. Then of course we just go and remove the bottom. You guys have seen this plenty of times on my channel, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. Yeah, so first order of business is washing this because, I mean, just look at it. Absolutely filthy. So let's go ahead and clean this up, and then we'll pop this inside the garage, take off that, and really get to work here. Okay, so I just went to the back side of the bumper. Super simple. Just got to remove these two clips right here, and then essentially this black OEM piece is just being held by all these clips. Start from one edge and then work your way in if you're doing this yourself. All of them pop off really easily. I just use a little tool like this just to put pressure on the top of the clip and then push out, and I think it can just come out at this point because we got everything free, as you can see. Again, you can do this on the car, but I just didn't want to break anything. I want to make sure that this is a nice, quick, simple job, and yeah, top is out just like that. The splitter might have a couple of push pins, so we'll have to remove that. Let's take a look. So, good news and bad news. Bad news, we had to take off the front splitter to get this off because I forgot that we had a bunch of 3M holding the bottom side of this to the splitter, so that made it a lot more sturdy, and obviously it didn't come off because it was glued on. It's nice and bare. We finally got this out, and as you guys can see, scratches galore on this thing. Look at it. The OEM piece is just horrible because it gets just scratched up and destroyed so easily, and this is only after 1 year. So imagine how this would look in like 5 years. It would be such an eyesore that you'd absolutely have to change it. So PPFing this piece is probably a really good idea. Okay, so obviously here is the carbon piece, and I imagine it's going to be a very simple, just kind of put it right back into place as the old one used to be. Kind of do that off camera, see how the fitment is, see if everything lines up. Alrighty guys, it is done. As you can see, we got the carbon fiber on carbon fiber. Goodness, it looks so much better now than it used to. The front end finally looks complete, and I am absolutely stoked with it. Now, the interesting thing about the actual carbon fiber is the front lip from Unit 17 and the Autotecknic is a very slight different shade. Now, I don't think it's because the carbon's a different color. I think it's probably the difference in the finish that they both use, but it's actually not very noticeable at all. Like, you really have to stare at it to actually notice a difference. The weave goes to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, but oddly enough, this one goes to the left. So we don't have a match precisely over here, but for the rest of the car, the carbon does match and the weave does go in the same direction. I'm not sure why this weave goes to the right and this one goes to the left. Maybe that's just kind of easier for manufacturing or whatnot, but still thought I'd point that out because that is a little bit of a knock, I guess you could say. The weave pattern doesn't match completely. Yeah, honestly, that wasn't very difficult of an install whatsoever. I really think that anybody can do this themselves. Taking off the bumper is really not that much work. All you need is a couple of tools. As long as you have the tools, you can do it no problem, and you just have to jack up your car a little bit and you can get this done in the morning or in an afternoon, just pretty simply. So next thing we need to do is clean this car because it is absolutely filthy, and then once that's done, I'll show you guys kind of the final look once this thing is nice and clean, because the exterior is basically done and finished on this car. All right guys, the install is done, car is washed, it looks absolutely incredible. The carbon on carbon look is just insane, man. It really ties together the front end. Carbon matches, it looks great, and the front end just looks so badass. But guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the actual front bumper insert in the comments down below. Some might say it's a bit too much carbon, but I think that was the final touch that this car absolutely needed. And yeah, the front end, like I said, is completely done. I really don't know what else to do in terms of looks and exterior mods on this car. I think the only thing that it could use right now is some sort of rear seat delete or like half cage. Maybe I could go carbon trunk with a spoiler of some kind too, but aesthetically on the outside, to me, this thing looks perfect, and I really wouldn't change anything else right now. Again, if you guys are interested, make sure to check out Autotecknic in the description down below. You can use code DailyDownshift and I'll save you guys some money, either 10 or 15%. I can't remember, but yeah, check it out. Good products on their site, and I'll see you guys in the next install. Peace.